Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I'm really excited to share with you 10 summer travel tips from a flight attendant. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tika and I am a commercial flight attendant. I fly for a major airline. I've been flying a little over 4 years. 9 times out of 10, this is the first face that you will see when you enter the plane. If you fly on the airline that I work for, because I fly the flight leader position, so I'm in the front of the plane, I'm saying to you good morning, good evening, happy afternoon, welcome aboard. If you got the kiddos with you, I'm like, hi guys, are we going to Disney? Just depends on where we're going, but I most likely am the first person that you see. So if you happen to see me, please do say hello. Let's jump into why you are here. You guys, it is approaching summer flying. And for flight attendants, we know that summer flying means you get a lot of people on board the aircrafts who tend to not fly throughout the year. I mean, unless you're a business traveler or you just got it like that and you're traveling once a week, maybe, you know, you travel in the summer with your kids, with your family, when the kids are out of school, and you want seamless flying. You want it as seamless as possible. You want to be able to get to your destination or get back home, and you want an easy peasy lemon squeezy. Well, that's where I come in. So my very first summer travel tip for any flyer, even myself, when I fly, I have to remind myself of this, is to never, ever, for any reason, put anything in the seat back pocket. You're probably like, what? I mean, that pocket is there for my belongings. Well, it is essentially. However, think about it, guys. When the plane lands, what are you doing? You are immediately jumping up. Yeah, you may grab your bag, but if for some reason you've placed your phone in that seat back pocket or your passport, we're talking about summer, guys. A lot of families are going to be going to those beautiful international destinations. You're going to Greece, you're going to Venice, you're going to Zurich, wherever you're going, think about it. So prior to boarding the plane and greeting your flight attendants or being greeted by your flight attendants, you had to show the agent your passport. And then you're looking at your passport and you're also looking at your ticket and you're like, okay, I'm sitting in 23B, so that's in your hand. The moment that you get to your row, if you have your carry-on, you're putting that in the overhead bin, then you're putting your little purse or your bag underneath the seat, and be sure that you do that. Don't go placing those little bags in the overhead bins. Create a lot of space for others and just be kind. But think about it. You've just placed the big bag up, the little bag underneath the seat, and what's in your hand? Probably your phone, maybe your tire, your passport. You put it in the seat back pocket and let's say you fell asleep during the flight. You weren't on your phone, you weren't using that free Wi-Fi, you weren't texting, you didn't call anyone and tell them that you landed. Boom, you just left your phone and your passport. When you land and everyone gets off the plane, especially in those international destinations, there are certain things that happen which don't allow you to come back on board the aircraft. So again, stay away from those seat pockets and just remember that I told you. Remember that flight attendant I was watching in the video, she said don't put anything in the seat back pockets. Don't do it, don't do it. I mean, also guys, let's keep it real, they don't really clean those things, so you don't want your belongings in there. So no seat pockets. Number 2, we all need water to survive, don't we? We like to stay hydrated. And when you are flying, you are essentially thirsty and you should be drinking a lot of water because you're elevated, your body dries out, you need it, you need it, you need it. But don't travel with a full water bottle. Besides, TSA is just gonna make you throw it out anyway, so don't do it. Travel with an empty water bottle because there are water fountains in the airport where you can fill it up, or once you get on board, the aircraft and the flight attendants do their service, you can get water to fill up your bottle. And also, because flight attendants tend to be so busy with the service, you know, there's anywhere from 150, maybe 300, 400 people on board the aircraft, just depending on which plane you're on. The flight attendants will give you your beverage and then you drink that cup of water, you're like, oh, I need more. So if you go ahead and just maybe ask for 2 cups of water at the same time, just fill your bottle up, you are set, you are good to go. And if you need more water, of course, you can get that later. But be sure to travel with an empty water bottle. Summer travel tip number 3, be nice to your airport staff. There are a lot of people that are actually required to make sure that your aircraft even pushes back from the gate. So each airport staff that you encounter just be kind. Traveling is already hectic, it's already stressful, so maybe meditate that morning, say a little prayer, but just be very, very kind. We're all going through things, you know. It's very interesting because I was talking to a gate agent the other day, and she actually lived in Milwaukee. I mean, I am a New York-based flight attendant, and she works in a New York airport. So unlike you, per se, that agent is actually not getting up out of her bed going to her 9 to 5. She actually flies into New York, she's working the flight, and then she flies home on her days off or whenever she does to be with her children. Now, I understand that's not your issue. However, just know that you want to be nice to your airport staff, because maybe your family has a seat, you know, 4 seats, and you're like, wait a minute, like 3 of us are together and 1 isn't. If you're mean to that agent, I mean, she's probably not gonna do everything that she can do to help you to make sure that your family is seated together. And of course, be kind to your flight attendants, because though many people think flight attendants are just waitresses in the sky, we are actually there for your safety. So if your flight attendants are arming their doors, don't bother them. If your flight attendants are doing anything that even remotely seems safety related, just allow them to carry out those duties, and they will surely help you and make sure that you get to and from your destination safely. Travel tip number 4. This is specifically for my New York people, because I am a New York based flight attendant. I live here in New York. I fly out of LaGuardia a ton. You guys, LaGuardia is under airport construction. This is going to be going on for probably like the next decade at a maximum, they're saying. You guys, I am not kidding you when I tell you that I have seen the entrance line into the departing flights section at the airport, LaGuardia specifically, so long that passengers are getting out of the taxi cabs they're in, out of the cars that they're in, they're running with their suitcases, because it's really, really bad. Like, I park in an employee parking lot and I get on an employee bus. The other day I waited for 1 hour and 20 minutes just for a bus. This is a bus that should be running every 15 minutes. So hopefully you're catching my drift here. So again, that's only LaGuardia, but just give yourself more than enough time. It's already stressful as it is traveling, so why not arrive at the airport at least 3 to 4 hours early? Just stress-free. If you're bringing the kids with you, make sure that their little devices are charged up. Bring some books, get through TSA, get to the gates early so that you will have seamless traveling, or as seamless as possible. Moving right along to travel tip number 5, buy insurance on your airline ticket. I know it sounds so crazy, and I never pay for domestic travel. I fly standby. I don't ever pay for actual full fare tickets. However, my friends do. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was telling me that her daughter actually needed to transfer her flight to like a couple of hours later because the baby was sick. They couldn't fly right away, and they wanted to charge her $1,500 to change her flight. Oh my word, bless their heart, that's not gonna happen. So you guys, my friend was like, I actually always buy the insurance. My suggestion to you is that life happens, anything happens. Maybe you may wake up late and you miss your flight, or you actually are stuck in that LaGuardia traffic, happen to miss your flight. If you have the insurance on your ticket, you can change it without having to worry about being charged additional money. If you need it, it'll be there, as opposed to you having to kick out hundreds of dollars extra. Nobody wants to do that. Again, we're talking seamless travel here. Summer travel is already crazy, so just set yourself up for success. All right, folks, so we're making progress. We're on to travel tip number 6, medication. If you're anything like me, maybe you have some health issues. I have asthma and allergies, so I always have my Zyrtec with me, and I always have my inhaler with me. So I found that some passengers tend to put their medications in their bigger travel bags. If you run into an issue where you're boarding the aircraft and there is no more overhead bin space for your bag, now you're like, well, my medications are in there. So you're gonna have to step aside, you're gonna have to unzip your bag, pull out your medication, or maybe you forget that it's in there and you've already checked your bag to its destination. And God forbid you have an asthma attack or something like that. It's like, no, you don't want that to happen. So make sure that you travel with any medication in your carry-on bag. Your carry-on bag is like your book bag, your purse, anything that's small enough that's gonna go underneath the seat in front of you. So just make sure that you set yourself up for success, because no one wants a medical emergency on the aircraft. Travel tip number 7. Doesn't happen often, but it happens often enough for me to make it number 7. If you can, don't travel with black luggage. You guys, it happens where people, again, that plane lands, you just got to Hawaii, you want to jump off the aircraft, and guess what? You reach for a bag and it's not yours. So if you are able to travel with that turquoise bag, that floral bag, or if you have to travel with the black bag, put some tags on it, luggage tags, stickers. If you have to tie a little bandana around it, if you have to get a little whiteout pin and write Cheryl's bag, something so you are able to identify your bag. And also, while I'm at it, once that aircraft lands and you see people hopping up, even if you are seated in the window seat and you're the last to get out, try to keep an eye on your bag. People tend to take bags, and we're not going to say it's done on purpose. We are not going to assume. However, they managed to get their own bag and yours too. So, you know, we'll just leave that there. I'll just put that right there. I'll just sit that there. Keep an eye on your bag. Make sure it's easily identifiable so that you don't run into any issues, because hello, you just got to your destination. You're gonna need clothes to wear. You're gonna need that swimsuit. You're gonna need those heels. You're gonna need whatever is in your bag because it's your bag. Travel tip number 8, stay great. No, joking. But yeah, stay great. So travel tip number 8, bring earphones. Often enough, passengers ask for earphones on the aircraft. Whether it's a flight where they're complimentary or you're being charged, sometimes you guys, catering doesn't cater the flight attendants with earphones. And it's like, it's one of those things where we feel bad as is that we don't have it for you. And you probably think it's like our fault, but it's not. I mean, if I could, I would like lovingly wrap these earphones and give them to you, but sometimes I just don't have them. So just bring them so that you're able to watch your movies, you're able to listen to music, whatever you choose to do, kind of like zone out from those kids that are screaming 3-4 rows behind you. Bring what you need. Now, here is the craze, right? The craze are those AirPods, whatever they are, they're like for the iPhones. I've seen 2 instances where one of them has dropped down in the seat and we haven't been able to get it back. It hasn't been able to be retrieved. And what I've learned is that you need the pair for them to work. So guys, be very, very careful. If you're gonna use them, maybe like have a jacket or a little blanket on your lap so that if it drops out, I don't have them. I'm old school. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right guys, I'm at number 9. I'm almost done bugging you. Travel tip number 9. If you have children, bring whatever it is that you need for them, with the exception of like hot water. I say that because I'm a former nanny. I nannied for 11 years. I see a lot of families get on the aircraft and they're like, hey, do you have milk? And while I would love to have milk for your child or your children, it's just not supplied in excess like it is with like Coke or Sprite and such. Therefore, if your child is going to need milk or whatever it is, the chocolate milk, whatever it is that they like, I know you can't bring it through TSA unless it's frozen. We'll talk about that if you guys really care to know. But unless it's frozen, then you need to buy that in the airport just so that you have it for them, because you know, it's already hard as is for adults traveling. Now you've got kids and they just don't understand. Like, they need to be able to have whatever it is that they want and need, and I totally understand that. So just in case it's not on board the aircraft, make sure that you have whatever it is that you need for your little ones. So again, whatever it is that your kids need, be sure to buy in the airport. They sell everything. I know it's really, really expensive too, but just saying, just a thought. Travel tip number 10. I've shared this before, but I feel like I have to like beat a dead horse with this one, you guys. Keep your shoes on. I promise you. Keep your shoes on and bring Lysol wipes. So if you're gonna eat anything off those tray tables, just give it a nice little loving wipe down and keep your shoes on, because the floors are nasty. If you go to the bathroom with your shoes off, like you don't want to do that. If you love your feet, don't do that, and you should love your feet. Like, so that's, I mean, that's really it. I think you guys get where I'm going with this. The aircrafts are as clean as possible, but they're not clean like you would clean your home. So don't do that to your feet. Just just remember what I said. So guys, that is all I have for my summer travel tips. I truly hope that these tips do help you throughout your travels. I hope that you have a wonderful time where you are going. And I cannot end this video without giving a shout out to two amazing companies that I have worked with quite a few times. The first is YSL. They sent me this amazing all hours foundation, which I'm wearing on my skin right now. Thank you so much, YSL, for gifting me this beautiful all hours foundation. I love it so much. It looks really great on my skin. So we're gonna see if it's up to 24 hours, flawless coverage, matte like y'all say it is, but for now it's working. I love it so much. So thank you, YSL, love you. And of course, I gotta show love to Avon. Thank you so much for sending me these gorgeous glosses. I'm rocking two of them right now. So Avon gifted me with their Crave lip gloss. The two that I have on right now are these two. I have them on with a brown liner. Super creamy, very pigmented. I love them so much. So I had to shout out those two companies for keeping your girl flawless. In the meantime, in between time, you guys, until we see each other again, make sure you continue to stay beautiful from the inside to the out. Let your light shine. Let nothing or no one stop you from getting to and from your destination safely and seamlessly. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.